It seems to me that like everybody loves frappes, right? And what I tell y'all is the easiest thing to make, but you could literally sell this so dramatically. It's just all about how you promote it. So I don't have no like fancy blender. Most of your customers do not have fancy blenders, okay? This is a regular blender. Let me plug it up. I normally use Skinny Brew because it has a stronger taste. So once you're putting all the stuff in the frappe, you want to make sure that there's still taste in that coffee. Now, of course, if they're a person that says, I really don't like the taste of coffee, I highly suggest using keto coffee because keto coffee is not as bold and it already has the creamer mixed in. So I would use that. I only use 1 packet for each frappe. So you're not having to use 2 and 3. Now, of course, if you're wanting to make a large quantity, like say, for instance, you want to use my whole blender, I would probably put 2 just so that you would have a more bolder coffee taste, okay? Let me get my thing. I laid it down somewhere. It's right here. It's right here. I'm so blind. Okay, so most of our customers do not have nothing fancy. People do not have ninjas. They don't have these commercial equipment. So if somebody says, well, I can't do that because I don't own no coffee shop, say, yes, you can, Susan. Yes, you can. So you tell them that this, I'm like, you only need a little $9.98 store blender. Okay, this came from the Walmart for $20. Okay, so, and it works fantastic. All right, so I use Great Value French Vanilla Creamer. Now, this is regular, it does have sugar in it, but if you're trying to promote weight loss and all that good stuff, I highly recommend doing the one that says sugar-free on it. They have the same one, but it's sugar-free, but you have to use liquid, okay? Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't tell you ounces and all that, but what I can tell you is that you have to play with it. Y'all have no idea how long it took me to try to figure this out, but once I got the recipe down pat, I was like, I'm an expert. So like, I normally, if I'm making 1 drink, so my cups are normally 18 ounces, okay? So this is based on an 18-ounce frappe. Y'all should totally do this on a live for your customers. Seriously. Okay, so now there's many ways you can do it. Now you can add flavors or you can just keep it plain. Everybody has something different. So like caramel, you have mocha. We even, y'all, when I tell you that Walmart, they have really come up so far. So many things that I buy from Walmart because nobody else sells them. Okay, so this is how cheap you can promote your stuff and still get a really good drink that tastes way better than Starbucks. I've had so many people tell me, Kim, your drinks taste way better than Starbucks because it's made to my, like how I like it. And so once you find those recipes that your customers like, you guys, it's gonna change the game for you because you're gonna be like, okay, like this girl went out of her way to figure out a frappe for me. Like I love her, you know, like she really cares about me and loving my products. Like she's not just wanting to sell something to me. And so this is Walmart, butter pecan syrup. Okay, this is salted caramel. Now, these aren't sugar-free, but they do have sugar-free ones. You can also go to TJ Maxx. You can get really big bottles, and they're $3.99. They're $3.99, you guys. And so these are going to last you forever, okay? So I'm going to use, now okay, and this one, this is mocha. It's sugar-free. It's like $1.38, you guys. You do not have to spend a lot of money to promote your products. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Like your customers don't have to spend a lot of money making their gourmet coffee, okay? So we're just gonna, and they even have like a name brand, zero sugar. I didn't know this. They just made this. I cannot make that up. Like I found this and I was like, I've been buying this one. I was like, okay, let me look at the difference, okay? And this one is a little bit better, I ain't gonna lie. But we're gonna do salted caramel because y'all gotta taste this. It's the baddest thing I ever did. Okay, so put your vanilla in there. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the rest of this. Now, pour to your liking. So if you like yours more sugary, put more. If you don't, do it to your liking. I would say the most difficult thing about making a frappe is the consistency because you don't want it like a slushie. You don't want it watered down. You want it tasting good. You want to feel the flavors in it, okay? But it's easy, but you just cannot use hot water. don't use hot water, okay? You're only going to use creamer, that, and you're gonna put 1 thing of Skinny Brew in it. Y'all, this is so good. Like I just made one for that girl next door. It's so good, y'all. Does anybody have any questions so far? No? I'm very detailed, so.
But I always put water in mine, you don't?
For the frappe, I only add water at the end if I feel like it's too thick. Just to kind of, you know what I mean? And so you'll see what I'm saying. I mean, I almost make it to perfection every time, so I really don't have to. But I'll try to mess it up, girl. Okay. Just pour. Okay, so all we did was we did the creamer, we did the 1 pack of Skinny Brew, and we did the salted caramel. You can put whatever flavors you want, but don't add any water yet. Don't add any water, okay? Okay, we're just gonna blend it up. I just have it on, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know what mode I use. Like, you can choose milkshake and margarita, and I'm just like, one. I don't even know what it's doing, okay? Hey! Hey, girl. Look, it's so perfect timing because we just started making stuff, okay? So come watch. This is Katie, you guys. Okay, so I have not added anything else in there, so we're just going to add ice. Okay, let me get my ice. And this could be probably the only, I would say, sometimes it can be a little difficult. I'm not going to say difficult, it's just, you just want to make sure that your frappe is like smooth, you know, like I've made some times before and it became a slushy. It's not good, it's not good. Okay, so this is how I used to train my girls when they worked for me. Like, if you see this and you see the bubbles, that means it's not done yet. Once you don't see any more bubbles in here, that's when you know the consistency is good, okay? But normally what I do is I always look inside. If you feel like it's turning too fast, that means it's not thick enough, okay? And I can tell it's not thick enough. Okay. Okay. Do what? I know, I'm so short. I got my heels on. Okay, so that's good and thick. So when I tell you that this is probably the easiest, like, but you can sell it. There is not, is there a person in here that don't drink frappes? Yep, because we all drink them. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you promote hot coffee during the, like, summer, you may not have that much traction. But what if you're promoting iced coffee and lattes and like frappes? You know what I mean? Like, it's going to bring a whole different vibe to your business, okay? I'm so glad, to be honest with you, that we don't have a lot of potentials because I'm really able to, like, focus in on you guys and really talk about this because people are like, what are you talking about? You know, so I'm kind of happy about that, so I'm excited. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some of this. Let me taste it first, make sure it's good. Might be messed up. No, it's good, so good. Okay. So I'm going to pour some in here for y'all and then let y'all taste it, okay? And then whoever's up here, y'all can just pass it back as I pour these. Does anybody have any questions so far on the frappe? Like what you can put in it. Kate, if you have any issues with that toilet, it's old bathroom, but don't panic, it's fine. Tell me what y'all think now. Don't be lying.
For summer too.
Oh my God, it's so good, y'all. I cannot. It's so good. But I'm gonna tell y'all, when we first started this business, we used ice cream. You're talking about the most messiest, most expensive way to do it. I ran out. Do you remember our opening? Were you here?
Yes.
And how? Oh my God, it was a disaster. We ran out of ice cream like 3 times. I was not good yet with my recipe. And it was so crazy. Like, I kept sending Jamie to the Piggly Wiggly to get more of vanilla ice cream. And he was like, I mean, he came back for like, finally like the 3rd trip. He was like, okay, we are buying like an ice cream machine. I'm like, I'm so done. So So I ended up trying to experiment and find something else I could substitute the ice cream.
Sorry, my phone.
You got nervous?
She was excited.
Right, you got excited?
About her samples.
I tried to find something that I could replace it with, like a cheaper thing. So that's when I ended up finding the French vanilla base was the bomb. Like it's oh my god, like it was ridiculous how like I mean I stood up here at this shop, y'all, and I played and I threw away so many frappes because they were gross, and I was like, oh my goodness. But I never got on Pinterest. I never Googled a frappe recipe. I just made it up.
Now you ready?
Is somebody not got one?
I want to try it.
Okay.
And then was somebody in the bathroom?
We had extra.
Oh.
Oh, you did? Okay. What do y'all think about it? Are we live? Hey, you guys. Like a
Right amount of coffee flavor.
Look, you so sweet. Does everybody like it? This is for Katie when she comes out. Here you go. When she comes out, she do it. Isn't it so good? So that's 1 pack of Skinny Brew, you guys. 1 pack of Skinny Brew. So just imagine, okay, so if you use keto coffee, you're not gonna have that strong coffee taste. So recommend that for people who's like, well, I really don't like the taste of coffee. They're like, okay, well, keto coffee's good. And they're not gonna get the strong taste, okay? So you see how much that makes? So that's probably good for like 1 drink, okay, in a regular 18-ounce cup. So does anybody have a question about the frappe? I feel like this could really be y'all's moneymaker because it's good. You like it? You like it, Katie? Yeah. It's good, isn't it? Like it's literally, you missed it, but it's literally 1 pack of the Skinny Brew, and then I mixed it with French vanilla creamer, and then that's got salted caramel in it, just this. And I just threw ice in it. Super easy and super sellable. So when you go home, if you have a blender, like play around with that, post pictures. I know a lot of people use my pictures for theirs, but start making your own. Start going live and make it. Even if it's your first time, to be honest with you, that would be the best time to do it is your first time, because when you mess up, you're like, oh my God, this is so gross, Kim. You know what I mean? It's okay. Like, it's okay. And that's what draws people to your page, just because, I mean, they want funny. They want real. They don't want you being on there being fake and being like, this is perfect. You're like, you know, like, be real. Because maybe the first time that they make their frappe, it may not be good either. But I like, who was it, Terry or one of our customers here told me, she was like, mine, I can never get my frappe right. Like when I come to your shop, I have watched you make it and I just can't get it. And I'm like, what are you doing? I mean, it's 3 recipes. I mean, like, how have you lived your life? You know what I mean? Like, okay, so that's how you make a frappe. Now, like I said, you can add any flavor to it, okay? So iced coffee. What I do with the iced coffee is super simple. A lot of people don't understand the only difference between a hot coffee and an iced coffee is one you're using hot water and the other one you're using cold water, okay? So I'm gonna do that and then you guys can take